Hello everyone, this is a broadcast on a wreck I played against Gay Icon. I will be commenting on some stuff I did, on the build order, and on some decision making. I'll be following my view lock and keep a fog of war turned on, so you'll see this game in the way that I saw things when I played it. Let's adjust the sound and then we'll be ready to go. Alright, the map is Yukon and Gay Icon is up here as the blue Russian player. I have a 300 food, 200. Um, Actually, I think I had a 400 food, 200 wood start. That's about the best that you can get, the best crate you can get. I started with moving 3 vills to crates, to food crates to get that first villager out as fast as possible, and 2 vills to the hunt to gather some food. I moved 2 vills because it takes 2 vills to kill one hunt in one shot. It's Yukon, so the treasures are OP, as you know. Always the best treasures being up here. So I'm going to scout for that. The game, because it is a wreck, seems to be like slower, I think. I'm not sure. Anyway, I put up a market. Yeah, it definitely seems to be moving slower. The scout doesn't move that slow normally. I don't know why it moves this slow, but anyway, I put up a market with the 200 wood I have, and I have only 40 coins, so I'll need to take 10 more. For some reason, the game is moving slower, so I'll be using fast speed from time to time to speed things up. I'll be going for that 14 vil early market age up. That will put me to aging up to H2, sorry, to H2 at about 3 minutes, and I'll be reaching H2 at 4:30 ish, give or take a few seconds. So, as you might know, aging up from Discovery to Colonial Age takes 90 seconds exactly. Aging up from Colonial Age to Fortress Age takes a bit longer, takes 1 minute and 45 seconds. I actually have never clocked how long it takes to age up to Industrial. I thought it was the same time as aging up from to Fortress, but it could be a little bit longer as well. It might be 2 minutes, I'm not sure. Alright, so I've got that 180 wood treasure. I used my scout to get that because those polar bears are tough motherfuckers. I'm now getting a 90 coin treasure, doing some kiting on the wolves, not to lose much more HP. As you can see, I'm fairly low. I lost about 230 HP to those polar bear. My hunt, I'm taking it here. It's not very good. My mine is also not very good, but it's all decent. However, what's worrisome is that I do not seem to have a good second hunt. I have a second mine here that's decent, and I have a third mine here that's also decent. And this hunt I could take later on, but it's a bit far out and it's on the top there. It's not easily defended, so I'm really relying on this hunt here against Russia. Right, not much else going on. Check my deck for a second here. I have a standard deck. I like to include Native American treaties here against Russia, so on certain maps I can go natives. Natives do quite good against Russia. I have 1,000 coin here, just to enable me to make cannon really, if I need to. I do not have 4 goons, because if they are Strelette heavy, 4 goons do not really matter. Russia is usually very infantry heavy army, so you don't really need 4 dragoons. I do not include my 12 Swiss, which I use in almost every deck that I have if I can. Basically because, as I said, they're infantry heavy, so Swiss won't do much against a Russian army. Though basically you can better get Black Riders or German Jaegers. Alright, in the meantime, what's going on in this game? I'm getting that 140 wood tres. I'm scouting here to see his blockhouse. I haven't found it yet. I'm about to age up to Colonial, as you can see, at the 3-minute mark and 2 seconds. So I'll be reaching Colonial at 90 seconds time. I'm getting some marker upgrades soon. I suppose it should be coming right now. And I'm gathering 200 and well, there it is, the market upgrades. I'm gathering 225. No, I'm gathering 150 wood here. Standard would be 125 if you're going for that 700 wood start and musk hussar. I over gathered here a little bit, but you'll see why in a few seconds. I did that on purpose. The game is a few days old, so I do not remember everything I did exactly for what reason. But here you can see that's why I overgathered. I put down a wall here because this hunt is not very protected. I need to have it preferably here, but it won't reach there before it back herds. So I'm putting up some walls to create a choke point. As you can see, I'm taking down these connectors, these wall connectors. Why do I do that? I do that for 2 reasons: to save 5 wood. Each wall piece costs 5 wood, so this piece costs 5 wood, but that little wall connector piece also costs 5 wood. While it does not block anything, as you could see, there is no way a unit can pass through this gap here. So those wall connectors are just 5 useless wood. And the second reason is they are wall connectors, so they connect these 2 pieces of wall to each other, meaning that if you do damage to this piece of wall, the other piece of wall will also take damage. So by eliminating that connector, I make sure that the wall is actually stronger. Yes, it sounds a little bit weird, but the wall will actually be stronger. But for putting line of sight, these wall segments are very good. As you can see, I'm quite protected here against any aggression. The Russian player is going 17 vil. I've scouted that. I've seen that he isn't up by now. He should be up by now if he was going 14 vil. I haven't scouted a defensive blockhouse here, so I know that it must be up somewhere there. Not haven't found it yet, but I'm confident that my build will be effective enough against anything that he does from now on. So yeah, my scouting is actually not as efficient as it could have been. I'm scouting that way while I should be going here. I'm not sure why I do that. As you can see here, the hunt is moving, so he is around there. I put up a stable to start cav. Put up this little wall segment here just to block that gap, which was too big, and a house here just to make sure that no units will be coming to that mine. No cav will be able to threaten that mine. And here the barracks comes up a little bit late, as the stable is already finished. I made the house before the barracks. Normally you would be making the barracks before the house. I got the 140 wood tres. Here's something I noticed after the game. I was so preoccupied with doing other stuff that I actually forgot to get my steel traps. I should get it right now. I don't do that. That's a mistake by me. We'll see later if it affects me, but yeah, that was definitely a mistake. I forgot it. I should have been upgrading it now. Instead, I'm getting a lot of houses and shit, but no steel traps. Well, I absolutely could have gotten it. Alright, I'm opening up with 5 musketeers. Here already the Russian player is going in. I have scouted the blockhouse by now, so I know where he is and from which direction he is coming. Just running these villagers here just to make sure they don't take any fire. The Russian player is pulling back, knowing that there is no way he can engage this safely. 5 Cossack coming in there. So I see that on the mini map, and yeah, my units will be coming out soon. I was playing with fire there, not pulling back that Vil, hoping that he wouldn't come in, and indeed he didn't. If he had come in, I would have run it and tried to trap his Cossack with my units that will be popping out soon. He's going to try to raid the other side. As you can see there, the wall, 2 houses, so I'm very protected on that side. This is a nice little turtle, I'd say. There's no way really that an army can bust in from the front door. Have to go all around or all around there to really get into any good engagement position. And the Russian player just pulls back, being satisfied with putting on just some pressure to keep me in my base so I won't be able to expand. Here he's trying to come for a little raid, sees my calf, pulls back, and well, that's it. Not much action going on just yet, as you would maybe expect for Russia against French. Both playing fairly safe. Both players not doing any really hard aggression here. Me obviously defending, and he just being content to basically put on a siege. That's what he's doing. He's trying to keep me in my base, making sure I don't go anywhere while he's booming behind this. Obviously, he went 17 fill up, so yeah. By now, I noticed in the game that I had not sent steel traps, so I'm sending this Vil over there to gather some wood while I'll be preparing for this attack here, fighting it off. He tries to get that Vil, but my army is there. At the same time, he's trying to get that market to get a better opening into here. I use my calf to damage a second here. Get a phone call. Alright, sorry for that. I actually do not know how I can pause the recording, so I just had to put the sound off, and here we go again. Alright, so the sound again. I'm just pushing him back here. He's not going to overcommit. He knows that my army is stronger at this point, so he's just retreating to his blockhouse, knowing that I won't engage there either because he can pop some units at any point. I'm just here making some more musketeers, getting 8 out, putting me on 16 in total, and I made 5 bows. So. Alright, let's speed this up a little bit. Not much will happen during this point. I'm sending 700 coin. My build order was 700 wood, 4 Vil, 700 coin. That's standard. Once the 700 coin comes, it means that I can move my vills off coin and move them to food, and etc, etc. I get my steel traps so late. They only start just now at the 8-minute mark. Well, they should have started like 3 minutes earlier. That was a big mistake. As I said before, I forgot about it. Um, don't do that. Get them as soon as possible. And of course, sometimes that means that you cannot get them early either if you're under a lot of pressure against, like, for example, Ottomans or some Dutch rush or whatever. Sometimes you cannot, but I could and I didn't. There's just no real excuse there, just a mistake. But so far, it hasn't really cost me anything. I mean, I'm up here in my base anyway. I just have as many hunts as I have. Um, Here I push out. I notice that he has two blockhouses. I just get one shot, lose one musketeer. Not a very good trade there for me, as the Russian musketeers obviously are cheaper. Um, I pull back, knowing that I cannot break that position. So yeah, I'm just pumping out some more musketeers here, and not much will happen again. For oh no, he tries to get a good engagement here, snipe up some units. My explorer, which I left there just to tank some damage to warn me in case he would do something like that, takes all the damage. So I didn't lose much there, nothing at all actually. I'm just now starting to herd that one with like one villager, just to make sure I get it as close as possible to my base before I move the rest out there. That's a good thing to do. If you notice that you're running out of herds soon, make sure that you have that other one secure. I'm actually a bit late even by doing that, but mainly because this hunt here is not really accessible for me, because he's basically threatening that at all times with his blockhouses. So now, so far for 9 minutes, I've been in a position where I was able to do as much as I wanted really, but only confined to my own base. But right now my base is running out. So what I do is here I start these last batch of units. I get blunderbuss. I pull, it was about 13 vills. I pull them with my army and decide to attack his double blockhouse position. I send these curs along just to tank some damage really, and to throw him off guard, to make sure that he thinks his army will not be able to beat this, and in fact we will see if that is the case. 8 bows also coming. I'm sending these 6 Minutemen along. Don't forget that if you're doing a thing like this, always send your Minutemen if you haven't yet. They will do a lot of damage if they're not targeted down. Minutemen are so strong if they do not get targeted down. So if they're mixed in with other units, even if they have 1 HP, they just kill, kill, kill. And I'm actually having my vills here in the back. That's not very smart. They should have been up front, but at the same time I did not really want my vills to lose, to die as much. So I'm just hoping that the blockhouses, that he won't use target fire on his blockhouses. And the vills of course have 11 damage, so they still do quite some damage. They were helpful in this fight, but not as helpful as they could have been. It seems here for a second that I will lose this fight, but as you can see, the vills here doing some damage, the bows and the Minuteman coming in, and well, yeah, basically that is enough to clean it up. More musketeers coming in. I send in 3 cav here and making some more cav to really seal the deal here for me. But as you can see, I survived this fight with quite a decent army left, and my eco is still fine. I have of course lost some resource gathering time because there are 13 vills fighting, but I had enough still gathering, about 14, to support at least 10 more musketeers and some more cav. and now I just start to siege these blockhouses, get them down, so I have this hunt secured. And basically he was trying to contain me and he did not see this coming, so I caught him a bit off guard with my villagers, with my army pushing out here. That was quite a risky move. He could have just pulled back and try to like snipe, hit and run from a distance there instead of really fighting there. He tried to protect his blockhouses. That maybe was not the best move that he could have done. He should have perhaps abandoned them, and while abandoning them, trying to do as much damage by hitting and running, like kiting the units basically. Instead of going for that full engagement, because my army was stronger. The 13 vills were there do to take some damage if that was needed. And right now he's looking in a bad position because my cav is raiding his vills. He lost his military production facilities and he gives up. GG there. Alright, so I hope that was helpful for some of these players that like to learn French. I think it showed what you should do in a situation like this against someone who's trying to contain you. Um, it was an unrated game. It was played a little bit casually from both sides though, but I still think it's a good example and I hope you enjoyed it.